guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I want to talk about the financial aid aspect of going to George Mason University. So for me, or at least for a lot of people, right, George Mason is not, they're not very giving when it comes to financial aid. You don't get a lot of financial aid from them. I applied to over 10 different colleges, and out of all of the colleges I applied to, with the exception of James Madison, I didn't get like any money really from George Mason. I did get a tiny scholarship from the game design program. They had a scholarship where you wrote like 2 essays or something like that, and I ended up getting it the first time. But as far as like from the school directly, you don't really get any scholarships for like, academics, or I don't know if they do sports scholarships, probably basketball for sure. But as far as like the other sports, I'm not entirely sure that they do that. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a general perspective of the cost of going to George Mason. So the first thing I want to talk about are, so yeah, the types of financial aid that's given. So the only kind of financial aid that I've been given is like from outside scholarships or like grants. I have received grants here and there, and they've varied in price, or not price, but they varied in the amount every single semester. And I also get federal loans, which is not financial aid, it's loans. I get the subsidized and the unsubsidized loans from the government. But as far as from George Mason, I have not received any like scholarship or anything like that. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so there is a work study program. My freshman year, I did not do the work study program. I was approved for work study, but I didn't do it because in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, if I can just work, I want to be able to have, all the money come to me directly, and I don't want it to all go to my tuition, because I want to be able to use the money for what I need to use it for. So if I want to have half of it go to my college and half of it go to other stuff I want to pay for, then I want to have that option. I don't want all my work study money, like I don't want to work and be paid but not be able to touch the money that I made. So I opted not to do work study, but that is an option for people. I know a lot of people who work on campus to help pay for their their education and stuff like that. But George Mason it's up there. It's definitely not cheap, especially with the area and it being in Northern Virginia. That ups the price too. Especially the dorms. Like George Mason has one of the most expensive dorm prices I've seen in Virginia. And don't get me wrong, the dorms are nice, but I've seen the dorms from like other colleges, and I don't feel like it really matches the price. But I feel like because you're in Northern Virginia, you're in Fairfax, you're near Washington, D.C., all of those housing options are high. So, of course, the dorms, in that area are going to be high as well. So just keep in mind what you're getting yourself into. You're definitely going to be in a lot of debt if you aren't already saving up, or if you don't already have scholarships lined up. I do recommend, still applying to scholarships here and there. They do have an online scholarship system where you make an account, you put all your information in, and if there's a scholarship that matches, you and you're eligible to apply for that scholarship, I believe you get like an automatic notification to apply. So it's like this system, and then like they put like all the scholarships that are through the school in this system, and if your profile matches up with any of them, they'll let you know and you can apply. I know that they do have a financial aid office, and I've had friends go to them for, different things, and it didn't really do anything, like, because because I know my mom said that I should like start going and like asking them if there's like money left over for them to give to me, but I don't think that, no, that wouldn't work. But yeah, so just to give you guys an idea, like I said, you can do work study. Make sure you guys are applying to scholarships. I do believe there are sports scholarships, but here's the thing with George Mason. George Mason is heavily focused on basketball. The other sports don't really get a lot of recognition. So I know we do have other sports, but sometimes I can't even figure out if the sports are like official or if they're just club sports. Like I know we have a soccer team, but I don't know if we have like, I know for a fact we have club soccer, but I don't know if we have an official soccer team that goes and plays other teams. I don't know. But yeah, definitely if you're looking into playing basketball for a D1 team, look into that possibly. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, George Mason is just super expensive. It is so expensive to go there, especially for a middle class, because I consider myself like middle class. It's up there. I mean, it's doable, but trying to do that straight out of high school is, it's a lot. Obviously my mom is helping me to pay for college, so and there are jobs and there are programs out there to help you with like your student loan debt, and some offer student loan debt forgiveness. You don't have to just join the military, which also is another thing I wanted to bring up too. I have seen people get full rides from George Mason, like not having to pay a penny, because they either served in the military for a couple of years, or they had parents that were in the military for a couple of years and they didn't have to pay a dime for not housing, tuition, transportation, nothing. They paid $0 to go to George Mason because of that. So, if you do have a family member that's in the military, definitely look into that, because that can cut down your costs by an extreme amount. You do get refund checks at the end of each semester, but like I said, they vary. I've gotten some refund checks that were hundreds of dollars, and I've gotten refund checks that were like $10. Not $10, but like $30 or whatever. Like, it's not, yeah, just know you're going to be paying quite much, especially if you're out of state going to George Mason. Like, if you are coming from Maryland, even though Maryland is close to George Mason, it's still considered out of state. And if you live in Washington, D.C., that's also considered out of state, even though you're only 15 minutes away. If you don't live in Virginia, it's considered out of state tuition, and out of state tuition is insane. It's insane. So definitely look into the cost. I would recommend, if you can, just doing community college first. And if you still want to be in that area, you can do Nova Community College. And then just transferring over, because it's going to cut your costs like by a good amount. I low-key wish sometimes that I did community college, because I'm in so much debt already and I'm only in my second year of college. But honestly, I'm happy with the decision that I made. I'm glad I went to a university. I just felt like it was the best for me. I didn't want to be stuck at home, and the community colleges that are by like where I live, a lot of my friends from school go there, and I wasn't trying to be near, I mean, I just wanted to get away from home basically. So I'm not mad at that, but I'm hoping and praying that something will come through where I can just like pay off all my loans. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys have any more questions about financial aid or anything else about George Mason, make sure you guys leave them in the comments down below. And if you guys have any other type of videos that you guys want me to make sure you comment down below that also. And yeah, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.